Good morning. This is take 3. Why take 3? No technical issues. The first take was just god-awful. The second take was very convoluted. I was trying to make some weird analogy of the solar system and our worlds that we live in as people. That didn't work out. So here we are at take 3. Guess I'll talk about what's really on my mind, which is the inability to recognize that we all live in our own world. So the people around us create our world. The people around us create our reality. And strangely, the further away you get from people you know, the less impact directly they have on your life, until you get so far away that you're now on a national level. And on the national level, they start having more impact on your life. So there's kind of this gray area in between the people directly around you and the people on the national stage, and then the people, of course, on the world stage. And the effect on your life is strangely most affected by the people closest to you, and then less affected by the people in between the people that are closest to you and those on the national and world stage. That's an odd thought. It's an odd, intrusive thought that kept me awake last night. You know, you go upstairs or you go to your bedroom, and on your way you say good night to the people in your house. In my case, the wife. I say good night. Tell her I love her, and I go to bed. Take my shower, brush my teeth. You know, typical things. Shave, and lay down. Well, actually, I meditate first, and then I lay down and tell my mind, now it's time to be still and go to sleep. And my mind says, oh yeah? Well, think about this. And I do. And I lay there and I think about it, and I think about it, and I think about it, and I finally fall asleep. And then I wake up at 3 o'clock. And it's like my mind, who I've tried to still, is just sitting there watching me sleep. And as soon as I wake up, my mind says, hey, remember that thought you had about people closest to you and people further away? Yeah, let's think about that some more. And then I'm talkative, and I come downstairs and I talk to the wife, and I tell the wife these things, and she says, you're very much a morning person now, and I'm not a morning person, and you need to do something about this. And then I share my love with you, the people that are listening to this foolish ass video. Anyway, those intrusive thoughts last night and this morning. It's really weird that there's this whole area, this kind of gray area of people who have very little effect on your life. I mean, obviously there are people in that gray area, like a district manager that may be above you, that can have a direct impact on your life. But I'm talking about overall, the amount of people between you and those that are on the national stage, that are on the national level, that make decisions about taxes and whether we go to war or not. Those people in the gray area, what are they doing? How are they behaving? Are they having a good life? Is the person on the opposite side of the world in, say, New Zealand, are they having a good life? Or even worse, even stranger than that, someone you don't speak the same language of, someone in the Okinawa or the Philippines, are they having a good life? What's going on over there? These are people that aren't even really in that gray area. They're not even in the spectrum of between you and the national and world level. They're just off over there in a different gray area. It's very strange to me sometimes that these thoughts just pop into my head and I can't let it go. I think about this now, and I'll probably think about this for the rest of the day. And it's not frustrating to me. It's just we're so insignificant, and they have significance. And now I'm sitting here thinking, well, I can declare my own insignificance because I'm a human being, and really in the greater scheme of things, the universe will go on. But it's rude of me to call them insignificant. But they're just as insignificant as I am. They really are. And in 100 years, none of this will matter. In 100 years, this won't make a difference to anybody. This will be just another video floating in the ether. This really is a Rambling with Joe episode. I am just letting my mind roll this morning. And it might be because I didn't get enough sleep. I don't know. I haven't checked my stats. I think I probably got about 6.5. That's pretty good for me. Or it might be because it's just who I am in the mornings. Who knows? What I do know is I've got a 1.5 cups of coffee to go, and I got to go to work. But I can't stop thinking about the gray area and the gray areas that I don't know about. And the people in the communities that I don't know about. And the people in my community I don't know about. There's a lot more I don't know than I do know. That's important. That's very important. Once you know that you don't know things and you open your mind to knowing new things, learning begins. I don't even remember what I came down here to talk about this morning. I suppose I should have a topic every morning. Is that rambling though? I don't know. I like to talk in the mornings, but I got no one to talk to, so I'm talking to you. But my mind is rambling hard this morning. It is everywhere, but mostly it's on gray area. It's that group of people that we don't know, but we know are there. And then there's the gray area in Okinawa, those people. By the way, I enjoyed my time in Okinawa. That was fantastic. I was at a base called Fatima, and from that base, I could sit on the stoop of my barracks, and I could see Kadena, which was an Air Force base, and we could watch the Blackbird take off. And man, when they kicked on them afterburners, that was a sight to see. Yep, that was a long time ago. When I think of modern aircraft, I think of the Blackbird. And of course, that's, oh good gosh, that's 40 years ago now. Or the F-18. That's old technology. That's good coffee. It is good coffee. It's just not, it's not my favorite, but we can't always have favorite. You know what this is? This is good coffee that can demonstrate to me how much better the other coffee is. All right, folks, I won't torture you anymore. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to try and get a little bit more focused this morning and try and make some breakfast, make some lunch, and head to work. Make a little cash. Make a little bit of I've heard it called fun tickets or lots of things, but what it really is just a way for us to get things done. I'm going to go trade my labor for some tickets that I can trade to other people for goods and labors. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try and have a good day. I'm going to try and have a good rest of the week. It's Thursday. We are past the hump. We are on our way to the weekend, which promises to have quite a bit of work for me this weekend. I intend to get a lot done. I hope that you get a lot done, internally and externally. And I hope you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time.